वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यः समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। धन्यवादः महोदय।
धन्यवादः महोदय।
Yeah.
अस्तु, आरम्भं कुर्मः। How is everybody finding the practice test or revision test or whatever you call it?
It was easy, Mahodaya.
Yeah. Good.
I am planning to do only tomorrow or day after tomorrow morning, Mahodaya.
Any doubts about the question paper or anything is not clear? Anything you needed clarification on?
We need to do all the questions, no, which are there.
There are no optional questions.
Namo Namaha, Mahodaya.
Namaste, Ramu Mahodaya. So I think Sunday is when is the due date, so please attempt it. It's very straightforward. There is nothing tricky about it or difficult about it. Everything we have done in the class is what is in the exam. So if you need to revise the homework once, and you should be able to attempt it easily. Very easy paper.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
महोदय, अहम् एकं प्रश्नं पृच्छामि। गतकक्षायां भवान् अवदत्, you mentioned about Parichaya book. I believe Parichaya book will be given only at the time of the exam, and none, I don't know who has it, who has taken the exam may have it.
Okay.
But you made a reference to that.
So the only reference I made was that the Subhashita that we studied in the class is from that book. So you don't need to have that book because we covered everything and much more than what is given in the book in our class.
Okay. Okay.
If there are no more doubts or questions, let us get started. मम सङ्गणकं दृश्यते वा? So we have studied Vishesha Visheshana Bhava for many things. Actually, let me stop my presentation. What are some of the things we studied Vishesha Visheshana Bhava for? Anybody?
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, please.
I don't think anybody was trying to say. Go ahead, Haraprasad Mahodaya.
Okay. In the Visheshana Visheshya Bhava, to show the sambandha between a word and its describer or a qualifier, we use Visheshana Visheshana Bhava, and there are 2-3 types of different varieties. You mentioned about Uddeshya Visheshana Bhavaha also in the class. But Visheshana Bhava is mainly a word and another word which is a sambandha between the two.
Uttamam. We also studied one sutram or one rule that describes this sambandha in Sanskritam. Anybody remember that?
No, Mahodaya, you mentioned it. Yeah.
Lakshmi Mahodaya. Vadatu.
Yellingam yadvachanam cha yellingam yadvachanam yacha vibhaktihi visheshasya. Then tallingam tadvachanam sa cha vibhakti is noun. I think visheshya rupani, adjective.
Visheshanasya. So I rarely ask people to memorize sutras or rules. This is one of those where we will make an exception. Please memorize this because this is very important, and people always refer to this Visheshana Bhava with this rule. Yat lingam, yat vachanam, yacha vibhakti, visheshasya, tat lingam, tad vachanam, saeva vibhakti visheshasya. So, whatever the linga, vachana, and vibhakti of the vishesha is, that is the same linga, vachana, vibhakti of the vishesha. All three have to match. And we have studied for a few different types of words. Anybody? Let's go in an order. Sundari Mahodaya, what are the different vishesha, visheshana bhavas we studied? No, okay. Srividya Mahodaya.
Namapadam or Tat.
Give examples also.
Like Uttamam Chhatram, both being Namapadam, and also the Etad Tad Rupaha, like they are Sarvanama Shabda.
What are the different Sarvanama Shabdas for which we studied Vishesha Visheshana Bhava? Kanchan Mahodaya.
Mahodaya, Amna Smarami.
Harsha Mahodaya.
Tad Shabda, Kim Shabda, Yad Shabda, Sarvanam, Sarve Shabda.
And then we studied it for some Sakaranta Shabdas also. Haraprasad Mahodaya. Bharativa.
Mahodaya, Mahat, Bhavat, Mahat, Bhavat, and one more.
Bruhat.
Bruhat.
Uttama. So they all have all vibhaktis. They are also in all three lingas. And of course, they have all three, they exist in all three vachanas. Let's look at one more Sarvanama Shabda for which Vishesha Visheshana Bhava applies. And that is called Sarva. What does Sarva mean? Very common.
Sarva means everywhere.
All, everything, everybody. So, because Vishesha Visheshana Bhava applies here, it exists in Pumlinga, Strilinga, Napunsakalinga, Ekvachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana, and all vibhakti. Atra pashyantu, Pumlinge tu Sarva Shabda Akaranta Pumlinga asti. Akarantaha Pumlingaha Sarvanama Sarva Shabda. So in the past, when we wrote the Vivaranam of words, we used to say Akarantaha Pumlingaha Sarva Shabdaha Prathama Vibhakti Bahuvachanam is Sarve, etc. Wherever we are talking about a Sarvanama Shabda, also include this description in your Vivaranam to make it more complete. So whenever in any shloka, when we are doing the Anvaya Rachana and we encounter any Sarvanama Shabda, Taddu, Etaddu, Yaddu, Kimmu, Sarva, etc. In the Vivaranam also includes that it is a Sarvanama Shabda. One more thing. We are saying it is Akaranta Shabda, but let us look at the form. Sundari Mahode, read the Prathama Vibhakti. Sundari Mahode.
Oh, sorry. Sarvaha, sorry. Sarvaha, Sarvau, Sarve.
Sarvaha, Sarvau, Sarve. We are saying it is an Akaranta Punlinga Shabda. What is an Akaranta Punlinga Shabda we studied in the past?
Ramaha, Ramau, and so no.
Rama. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha.
Ramaha.
So Ramaha matches Sarvaha. Ramau matches Sarvau. Parantu is not Sarvaha, but it is Sarve. So, Dhanyavadaha, Sundari Mahode. So, even though this is an Akaranta Punlinga Shabda, it is different from Rama Shabda, and that is why we are studying it separately. Other words like Krishna, Ganesha, Shiva, Arjuna, etc., they all are the same pattern as Rama Shabda. Parantu, there are other words that don't follow the same pattern, even though they are Akaranta Pullinga Shabda. So, Sarva is one such. Sarvaha, Sarvau, Sarve, not Sarvaha. So, we said Sarva is all, everything. So, everything means many things. We are talking about multiples of things. So, what does Sarvaha mean? Isn't there a contradiction? Sarva means everything. Everything means many things included. But Sarvaha is Ekavachanam. How can there be one part, one thing? How do we reconcile that? Anybody?
Mahodaya, I can say that in Sarvaha, which is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana, to give a Udaharanam, Sarvaha is one tree, whereas Sarve at the extreme Bahuvachana, it is a bunch of trees. So the way I understand is Sarvaha is one complete tree, Sarve is a bunch of trees.
Then we could have said Ekaha Vrikshaha.
Ekaha? Yeah, Ekaha Vrikshaha is correct.
So, anybody else?
Mahoday, can I explain, Mahoday?
Okay.
It is the whole tree.
Is it
Yeah.
a
The full
collective
parts
noun?
of the tree.
No, evam na.
Mahoday, Shamyakam, can I try?
Try.
Can I say this as one of them? Like
One of the many. Or one particular. So I understand why Sarva means we can think of it as one whole part. Evam na, in this particular instance, it's not like that. I understand. Sarva can also mean complete, full. Parantu, when it is used as a Sarvanama Shabda, Sarve means many. Sarve Balakaha, Sarve Chhatraha means all the boys, all the students. Sarvaha Chhatraha means each and every one. Each and every one of the collection, each entity in a group. So that is how we reconcile what seems to be contradictory pieces of information. Same way, what would sarvau mean then?
Two people from the group.
Two at a time. When you are considering two from a group, two entities in a group at a time. So we normally don't use dvivachana in the sarva context because we have dvi to indicate two. But since it is there, we have to study it and we have to know what it means. Sarvaha means one particular thing in a group. Sarvau, two of a group. And sarve means the entire group. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu, sukhinaha bhavantu means let every person, let all the people, not every person, let all the people, may all the people be happy. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. We read this Shanti mantra. Sarvaha janaha. If we say that, then let each and every person be happy. Avagatam va? Spashtam va? So this is one of those sarvanama shabdas that has a sambodhana prathama form. Not all sarvanama shabdas have a sambodhana form. For example, tad, etad, etc. They don't have sambodhana form, but sarva shabda has. So he sarva, he sarvau, he sarve. And if you notice, the bahuvachana, prathama bahuvachana and sambodhana prathama bahuvachana are the same. And ditiya, sarvam, sarvau, sarvan. So in dvivachana, prathama, sambodhana prathama and ditiya vibhakti, they are the same, sarvau. So what would sarvam mean?
Everything.
Ditiya vibhakti. What is ditiya vibhakti indicate?
Object.
Object to
To that one person.
To that one individual thing. Sarvan, to that group, to all of the people in the group, or to every entity in that collection. Same way, sarvena. Sarvena means by
With
a
one.
particular, by or with one particular entity in a group. Sarvaiti, by the entire group. Same thing applies for dvivachana. Same way, chaturthi, sarvasmai, for each person, sarvebhyaha, for the group, sarvasmat, for from each person in that collection, sarvebhyaha, from the group. So we say namas sarvebhyaha. So that this is where that comes from. So when somebody says namas sarvebhyaha, it means he's saying, I am saying namaha to the whole group, to the whole class. So I usually say this at the beginning of the class, namas sarvebhyaha. It means namaste to the entire group, whoever is present there. Same way, Shashti Vibhakti Sarvasya, of each person or each entity in the group, Sarvesham, for every of the whole group, Sarvasmin, of in or on each entity, Sarveshu, in every of the whole group, in or on the whole group. Spashtam va? Prashnaha santi va atra?
Only one thing that this the ekvachan prathama, it is like one person then.
One person. So even though sarva means all, sarvaha means one particular person or entity among the whole group, or each and every one. Sarvaha chhatraha griha karyam krutavan. What does that mean, Prashant Mahodaya?
Could you repeat?
Let's start with bahuvachanam. It will be easy. Sarve chhatraha गृहकार्यं कृतवन्तः.
All the students, they have done the homework.
सर्वः छात्रः गृहकार्यं कृतवान्.
One of the student from the group has done the homework.
Not one of the, each and everyone.
Each and everyone.
Each and everyone. Okay.
Each and every student in the class has done the homework. And in this case, it's referring to Pumlinga, so each of the students, male students.
Okay.
So related to Sarva are kind of, there are two other things. Anya. What is Anya?
Anya is the other.
Other. Satyam. Anya is other. So Anya in Pumlinga is similar to Sarva. So Anyaha, Anyau, Anye. One, each and every of the other entity. Anye, all that entity as a unit, as a whole. Itara means?
Itara means the other. No. Itara means another one.
Itara also means other.
Okay.
It is it's the same. It exists in Telugu also. I'm not sure about other languages.
Yeah. Kannada also.
Yeah. So Anya and Itara in Pumlinga. Please make a note of that. In Pumlinga, it is the same as Sarva in Pumlinga. Same way, Vishwa and Sama. Vishwa means?
The world. The Jagat.
Jagat. Sama?
Come again, please.
Sama.
Same or similar.
Same or similar. Equal.
Sama, equal, same,
Sama.
similar. Napumsakalinge anantaram, just like every other or just like many words in Sanskritam, Napumsakalinga forms from Trutiya onwards to Saptami, they are the same as Pumlinga. So Sarvena, Sarvabhyam, Sarvaiti, Sarvasmai, etc. Parantu Prathama Vibhaktau Sarvam, Sarve, Sarvani. Sarvani, this comes in a very famous shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Lakshmi Mahoday. Smrati va? Meera Mahoday.
Sarvani Grinnani Naropakara.
Sarvani
Grinnani Naropara.
Sarvani Grihnati.
Samsi Samsi Jirnani Yatha Vihai.
Another one is Mai Sarvani Karmani.
Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya Matparaha. Ananyenaiva Yogena Mam Dhyayanti. Something.
So what does that mean? Roughly, what does it mean?
Mai Sarvani Karmani in me.
In me, all karma.
Sarvani Karmani. Sanyasya Matparaha, after completely renouncing Sanyasya, from my mind also, Matparaha, and not thinking of anything else, completely surrendering to the Lord. It is about Karma Yoga. The rules of having attitude of surrendering the fruits of action
in the Bhagavan, in Krishna.
In Bhagavan.
Sarvani, all the deeds that you do. So Bhagavan says all the deeds that you do and all the fruits of those actions, renounce them in me. Something like that, roughly.
Not thinking of anything else. Matparaha. completely occupying your mind in me.
So that is one udaharanam. We'll see many examples of sarvani as we start studying shloka. So in Napumsakalinga, sarvam, sarve, sarvani in Prathama Vibhakti. In Dvitiya Vibhakti, as with everything in Napumsakalinga, Prathama and Dvitiya are the same. Sarvam, sarve, sarvani. In Sambodhana Prathama, there is one small difference. It is not He Sarvam, it is He Sarva, just like He Phala. So it is He and the same as the Pratipadikam. So He Sarva, He Sarve, He Sarvani. And Trutiya to Saptami, they are the same as Pumlinga as we saw. One more thing is similar to Sarva, in Napumsakalinga, Vishwa and Sama Shabdas are also the same, they follow the same pattern. Where they don't follow is Anya and Itara. We will see them later. So Anya and Itara are the same as Sarva only for Pumlinga, not for Napumsakalinga. Strilinga, as always, it's easy. It's Akaranta Strilinga, and Strilinga is easy. They follow the same pattern always. So it is like Sita Shabda. Sita, Site, Sitaha, Sarva, Sarve, Sarvaha. Sitam, Site, Sitaha, Sarvam, Sarve, Sarvaha. Sitaya, Sitabhyam, Sitabhihi, Sarvaya, Sarvabhyam, Sarvabhihi, etc. If you know Sita Shabda, then Sarva Shabda in Strilinga is the same. So as always, Strilingas, the Vibhakti forms of Strilinga are consistent. So if you know Sita Shabda well, if you know Nadi Shabda well, you will know 90% of the Vibhakti forms for Strilinga. Again here, Vishwa is the same as Sarva. We will look at the other words later. So far, any questions? Agre Saramaha.
Manu Mohdaya.
Vadatu Mahodaya.
So those two words, Itara and Sama, it's not there in all the linga, so we cannot use them as Visheshana Vishesha.
No, they are. I'm just saying the forms don't match the forms of Sarva. What are those forms? We will look at them in the next class because I don't want to introduce too many things in one class. If see, for something to be considered as a Visheshana, it has to exist in all three lingas because Linga, Vachana, Vibhakti all have to match. So if you remember, in one of the shlokas or Vakyani we studied Nrupaha, Ekaha Nrupaha Asti. There we said Nrupaha is not a Visheshana, it is a Uddesha Vidheya Bhavaha because Nrupa doesn't exist in Strilinga and Napumsakalinga. So for a word to be considered Visheshana, it has to be in all three lingas. So the main topic today was to actually talk about Sankhya Vachaka Shabda as Vishesha Visheshana Bhava. Sankhya Vachaka is number. If you remember from our Satyam class, we said Ekaha, Eka, Ekam. Ekaha Balakaha, Eka Balika, Ekam Pustakam. It is not Eka for the same for all of them. It is different. Same way we studied for Dvi, for Tri and Chatur. So the reason, since they are all different, they are they form Vishesha Visheshana Bhava in Sanskritam. गायत्री महोदय एतत् वाक्यं पठतु प्रथमं वाक्यम्
नमस्ते महोदय एकस्मिन् ग्रामे चत्वारः बालकाः आसन्
अर्थः कः
in one village,
Hmm.
4 boys were there.
Were there?
अस्तु अनुपमा महोदय द्वितीयं वाक्यं पठतु अनुपमा महोदय अस्ति वा अस्तु हेमन्ती महोदय Oh, Kshamyatam, you said you are not in a position.
No, I can do it right now. Yeah. Namaste, Mahodaya. प्रत्येकः बालकः एक पुस्तके क्रीतवान्. Each boy bought 2 books.
उत्तमं. निर्मल महोदय तृतीयं वाक्यं पठतु.
यदा ते कक्षायाम् आगतवन्तः द्वौ बालकौ तयोः स्यूतं विस्मृतवन्तौ. When they came to the class, 2 boys forgot their bags.
उत्तमं. रामु महोदय एतत् पठतु. रामु महोदय अस्ति वा? अस्तु. कञ्चन महोदय.
अध्यापकः तु क्रुद्धित. The teacher got angry. Was
angry. Krudhitah. If there is a visarga, you have to pronounce the visarga.
Okay. Krudhitah.
उत्तमं. सुमित्रा महोदय एतत् पठतु.
कक्षायां सर्वाः तिस्रः बालिकाः तेषां पुस्तकानि विस्मरेण विना आनीतवत्यः एव. So
please read this again.
Vismarena. Marena.
Maranena.
Oh, Maranena. Kakshaya means in the class. Sarvaha. Bahuvachanam. Sarvaha. Bahuvachanam.
Lingam.
Strilingam Bahuvachanam.
Yeah, vibhakti.
Prathama. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Balikaha. Tesham. Prathama vibhakti Bahuvachanam.
Sarvaha balikaha. Forget about tisra for a second. Sarvaha balikaha. What does that mean?
All the girls.
All the girls. All of the girls
in the class. Okay. Tisra. Okay. Tisra. Okay, we'll come back. Tesham pustakani. Tesham will be Shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam. Pustakani is books. All bahuvachanam. Pustakam pustakani. Vismarenena is vina. So tritiya vibhakti ekavachanam.
Uttamam.
Anitavatyah. I mean, vina means without. So
Vismaranena vina means
without. Vismaranena means rest. Is rest?
Smaranam. What is smaranam?
Smaranam means remember.
So we smarana. Smarana, remember. We smarana, not remembering. Forgetting.
Without forgetting. Anitavat. They, I mean, Anitavat will be like they bring or to get or something like that.
Brought. Anitavatyah. Prathama vibhakta rupani kani. What are the forms?
Bahuvachanam. Bahuvachanam Anitavat, we can say.
No, this is
Anitavat, or we should take it as like a Tavatu form.
it is Tavatu only. So what are the Prathama Vibhakti forms?
Anitavatya. Anitavati. Anitavati, Anitavat. Vatyau, Anitavatyah.
Just Nadi. Nadi, Nadyau, Nadyaha, Anitavati, Anitavatyau, Anitavatyah. So, forgetting Tisraha, what is the sentence then trying to say?
In the class, all the girls, they brought all the books.
Without forgetting.
Without forgetting. Their books.
Now let us introduce Tisraha. What is Tisraha? Normally, forget this context. What is Tisraha mean?
Tisraha means three, like three, if you have to say. Three.
Sarvaha Tisraha Balikaha. Now try to make sense of it. Sarvaha Tisraha Balikaha.
All of the three girls.
All three girls.
All three girls.
Sarvaha Tisraha Balikaha. All three girls in the class, they brought their books without forgetting. So what is this sentence trying to tell us? It means there are three girls in that class.
There are only three girls. Sarvaha.
In that class, in that particular class, Sarvaha Tisraha Balikaha. All only three girls, and all three of them brought their books. First anybody have any doubts?
Anu Mahodaya, eka prashna asti.
Pruchhatu Mahoday.
So in the second line, Deu Balakau Syutau, shouldn't it be Syutau? Or Syutam is the correct usage here?
Syutau. You are right. It should be Syutau. I will see. Lakshmi Mahoday, etat patatu.
केवलं बालकाः एतादृशाः इति उक्त्वा पाठयितुम् आरब्धवान्. So only girls etadrishaha, like this, iti uktva, after telling, they started studying, no? Or reading.
Balakaha.
All the boys, sorry Mahodaya.
Boys.
Kevalam, only the boys, etadrishaha, like this, iti uktva, they said, pathaitum.
Wait. Don't jump to conclusion whether it is they said or he said or she said. Read the whole sentence.
Okay. Pathaitum arabdhavan. So single person here. Okay. Kevalam, only, balakaha, the boys, etadrishaha, like this, iti uktva, having said, pathaitum, started to teach.
Started to teach. So who is this referring to then?
There is a lot of disturbance in the background.
Adhyapakaha. Some problem in the internet connection, Mahodaya. Samyatam. So Adhyapakaha told this and started.
Dhanyavadaha. There is a background. I'm fixing it. Hold on. So, Kevalam Balakaha.
We can't hear.
You can't hear me?
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear.
We can hear you, Mahodaya.
We can hear you.
Astu. Lakshmi Mahoday, Krupya mute मध्ये भवतु. There is a background noise from your side. So, kevalam balakaha etadrusha. Only the boys are like this. Iti uktva, having said this, pathayitum arabdhavan. So, from the context, we know who it is that has started teaching. Adhyapakaha, pathayitum, to teach. अत्र पश्यतु बालकाः एतादृशाः विशेषविशेषणभावः अस्ति. We studied that कीदृश सदृश एतादृश etc. they also have the विशेषविशेषणभाव. So एतादृशाः is विशेषणम of balakaha. So the boys, only the boys are like this. What does that mean in this context? So they are saying, let's go back to the beginning. We should have done that. In one class, in one village, 4 boys there were there. Each boy brought 2 books, but when they came to the class, 2 boys forgot, but all the 3 girls brought their books. So what he's saying is, only the boys are like this, meaning only the boys forgot their book, and that is why the teacher was angry. But having said that, only the boys are like this, he started teaching. Bala Mahoday asti va bhavan?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Sarvanam Chaturnam Balakanam Dukhitani Vadanani Drishtva Sahatan Chaturah Balakan Kshamitawan.
So let us forget the Chatur for a second, because we haven't studied it yet. I will introduce. Try to make
Sarvanam Balakanam.
Sarvanam Balakanam. Balakanam means?
Shashti.
Shashti Bahuvachanam.
Shashti Bahuvachanam.
Artha kaha?
All the boys.
Of all the boys. Sarvana.
Of all the boys. Of all the boys. Then Dukhitani. Dukhitani Vadanani. Dukhitani means plaintful or whatever, sad. Vadanani, requests.
No, Vadanam is face. Vadanam, Napumsakalinga, it means face. Vadanam, Vadane, Vadanani.
So what is the meaning you say?
Face, Mukham.
Okay, face, Mukham. Okay. Looking at the sad faces.
Drishtva.
Saha, that is the Adhyapakaha. Tan Balakan Shamitavan. He forgave those boys. So that is Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Bahuvachanam.
Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. And Chaturaha and Chaturnam we are going to be seeing now.
So atra pashyatu sarvanam balakanam. So there is a visheshana bhava here. Balakanam shashti bahuvachanam pumlinga. So we saw that sarvanam is shashti bahuvachana pumlinga form of sarva shabda.
Mahodaya, Shamyatam, for interrupting, Akaranta Pullinga Shabda, Sarvesham, it is there in book.
Sarvesham.
It is not Sarvanam, it
Bahuvachana,
is
Shashti, Pullinga is Sarvesham.
Sarvesham, okay. There must be a typo in this. Chintanasti. You're right, it is Sarvesham. I don't know why we wrote Sarvanam. That must be a typo. That must be a typo.
Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavadaha. You're right. I will fix the Anuswara here. It should be Anuswara, not Makara. I will fix it later. Sarvesham Balakanam Dukhitani Vadanani Drishtva Saha, etc.
So, Mahodaya, Tan, so Tan is, what is Tan here?
Kan Balakan. What is Tad Shabda Dvitiya Vibhakti in Pumlinga? Saha Taute.
Tam Tautan.
Tan Balakan, those boys. To those boys.
Banu Mahodaya, is it Tan Chaturan Balakan?
We'll come to Chatura in a second. Please hold on.
Okay.
We are trying to
Okay,
first
okay.
try to make the sentence make sense.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Kan Balakan, to those boys. Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Okay. Dhanyawad.
So, Chaturnam, Chaturaha, Dve, Dvau, Tisraha, Chatvaraha. These are all the different Vibhakti forms of the numbers. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatur, we saw in the previous class. Why we take these forms? Let us look at that right now. So, Sankhya Vachaka Padani. As we saw here, Chatvaraha, we know Chatvaraha, Pumlinga, Bahuvachanam, Dve, Dvivachanam, Dvau, Pumlinga, Dve is Napumsakalinga, Tisraha, Trilinga, Eka, Bahuvachanam, etc. So, we are using the appropriate Linga Vachana Vibhakti forms of these numbers. So, the proposition is Sankhya Vachaka Padani api Visheshanani. So, numbers are also Visheshanas in Samskritam. Udaharanartham Kakshayam Ganesha Namna Ekaha Balakaha Asti. Ekaha Balakaha. In the class, somebody called Ganesha. There is one boy called Ganesha. Saha ekaha eva sarvani gruhakaryani prativaram samapayati. He is the only one who submits his homework every time in the class. Sarvani gruhakaryani. Atrapi vishesha visheshana bhavaha asti. So here ekaha is referring to Ganesha. So if it was a girl that we were talking about, it would have been Eka, and if it was something like Pustakam, it would have been Ekam. So,
Mahodaya, is it Ekaha is referring to Balakaha, not Ganesha?
But the boy's name is Ganesha, right?
Yeah, right. But
okay, fine. So the numbers, they are also called Sankhyayaha. That's another way, another name for number. Sankhyayaha. There is another reference to number. We will see that in the next class. So, Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Etesham, Chaturnam, Eva, Trishulingeshu, Bhinnani, Rupani, Bhavanti. So, as we saw in Satyam, only the numbers 1, 2, 4, Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, 1, 2, 3, 4, only they exist in all three lingas. From 5 onwards, there is no linga bhedaha. I hope you remember that. So, from 5 onwards, Navadasha Paryantam, up to 99, they are always in Bahuvachana and they always have the same linga. There is no linga bheda. We'll look at this also in the next class. Our focus today is on Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, 1 to 4.
Mahodaya, Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, are they in the Napumsakalinga? All the 4?
So when we are referring to them, that is how we refer to them.
Okay, thank you.
So let us look at ekavachana eka shabda. So eka shabda can obviously one exist in only ekavachana. So in Pumlinga ekaha, ekam, ekena, ekasmai, ekasmat, ekasya, ekasmin. So similar to Rama, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, atra na Ramaya bhavati, parantu atra ekasmai. Ramat ekasmat, Ramasya ekasya, Rame atrapi bhedah ekasmin. So these are the ekavachana forms of eka shabda for Pumlinga. Ekaha, ekam, ekena, ekasmai, ekasmat, ekasya, ekasmin. Or you can think of it as like tad shabda, except in Pumlinga. Pumlinga tad shabda is saha taute, parantu atra ekah asti. Tam tautan, tena tabhyam taihi, tasmai, tasmat, tasya, tasmin. This is more similar to tad shabda. Same way.
Mahodaya, so it's also similar to sarvaha, right?
In ekavachana.
In ekavachana, okay.
Kim shabda, similar to.
Satya. Napumsakalinga, as always, Trutiya to Saptami, same as Pumlinga, and Ekavachana and Kshamikam. Prathama Vibhakti, Dvitiya Vibhakti forms are the same. Ekam, Ekam. Strilinga is always easy. This should be Akaranta. I will fix it. It should be Akaranta. It's like Sita. Eka, ekam, ekaya, ekasyai, ekasyaha, ekasyaha, ekasyam. So Sita, Sitam, Sitaya, Sitayai, Sitayaha, Sitayam, Eka, ekam. It's actually, no, it's not like Sita. It's like Tad in Strilinga. Sa, Tam, Taya, Tasyai, Tasyaha, Tasyaha, Tasyam. It's like Tad Shabda in Strilinga. Eka, Ekam, Ekaya, Ekasyai, Ekasyaha, Ekasyaha, Ekasyam. And as always, Panchami and Shashti, they are the same. Vijay Menon Mahodaya, etat karatu krupaya.
There is one boy in my class whose name I do not know. Okay.
First do the
Mama Kakshayam. Is it?
What?
Mama Kakshayam Ekah Ekah Balakah Asti.
So that is one sentence. So there are two sentences.
Okay, so we have to use the yad shabda, is it?
Tamam.
Okay. Yad.
Whose yad shabda Pumlinga. You're talking about boy, so Pumlinga. Whose?
Yasya, is it?
Uttamam. Yasya.
Okay, yes. Starting problem there.
Yasya is correct. Yasya is correct. Mama nama Vijayaha. So name is Nama.
Nama, that is okay.
You're on the right track. Keep going.
Yasya
Nama.
Yasya nama aham na janami. Is it?
That's it. That's it. Sampurnam vakyam kim bhavati?
Mama kakshayam ekah balakah asti.
Yasya nama.
Yasya nama aham na janami.
That's all. Namaha na nama.
Okay, nama.
Nama. Uttama. Uttama. Shri Vidya Mahoday.
The teacher asked that one boy a question. शिक्षकः सः एकः बालकः प्रश्नं पृच्छति.
Forget that and one. Teacher asked boy. Teacher asked boy. How would we say that?
शिक्षकः प्रश्नं asked.
Pruchhati, that is fine. Boy. Boy, what is the
balakah? One boy.
Forget. Wait. I'm simplifying things for you. Forget about that and one. Teacher asked the boy. That's all. Very simple. Teacher asked boy. 3-word sentence.
Balakat Krishnam.
Balakat was from the boy. He asked a question.
From the boy. Oh, okay.
To the boy.
Balake.
Karta kaha. Teacher asked boy.
Shikshakah, the teacher.
Karma kaha.
Question. Prashnan or.
No, I didn't even use the word question. I said there are only 3 words. Teacher asked boy. That's all. 3 words.
Karma is asking. Oh, I'm confused, Mahoday.
Sorry. Let's start with our traditional way. First, identify Kriya Padam. Teacher asked boy.
Asked.
Karta kaha.
Teacher.
Karma kaha.
Boy. No, question.
I'm not even using the word question. Okay.
No.
Are we going back to basics? Balakaha. Hey, 1 second, please. Balakaha annam khadati. Atra kriya padam kim?
Khadati.
Karta kaha.
Balakaha.
Karma.
Annam.
Why annam is karma?
Because that's what he is eating.
So how do you get?
That's the job he has to do.
How do you get to the word? How do you get to the karma padam in a vakyam? What question do you?
Kam kadati.
Kam or kim.
Kam kadati. Balakaha kam kadati. Kim
Kim khadati, kam khadati, whatever. So, Dvitiya Vibhakti Prashna. Adhyapakaha, Balaka, you use appropriate form here. Pruchhati.
Pruchhati.
Kriya Padam kim?
Balak. Kriya Padam is Pruchhati.
Pruchhati. Karta kaha.
Adhyapakaha.
Now
Balakam.
Balakam Pruchhati.
Totally
Balakam
got it, sorry.
pruchati. Vidya vibhakti.
Balaka.
So wait,
Adya.
wait. Let's go one step at a time. Forget about that and one. The teacher asks boy a question. How do you say that?
Adhyapakaha balakam prashnam pruchati.
Uttama. Now add one.
Ekam prashnam pruchati.
Ekam prashnam na. One boy is asking.
Ekam balakam prashnam pruchati.
Now add that.
That one boy.
That boy.
So,
that boy, not that question. That boy.
Tam balakam.
Uttama. Now tell me the whole sentence.
Adhyapakaha tam ekam balakam prashnam pruchati.
Uttama. Any doubts here? Is this clear?
Mahodaya, can I take the
past tense?
Apruchat, Prushtavan.
Mahodaya, can I take the a question, a single question? So ekam prashnam.
Satya. Of course. Ekam prashnam, ekam balakam, tam ekam balakam, ekam prashnam prushtavan. You can say it that way.
Astu.
Sundari Mahoday, etat karoti.
I went with that one boy to eat lunch. Aham, with one boy, ekena balakena, to eat lunch. Bhojanam kaditva.
Kaditva, to eat.
To eat.
Tumun pratyaya.
Kaditum.
Kaditum.
Bhojanam. Now I can say aham ekena balakena went bhojanam kaditum gatavati.
Uttamam. So one trick. So when we are reading a sentence and trying to make sense of it, we identify Kriya Padam first, then identify Karta first. When you are writing, follow the reverse process, identify Karta first, and immediately identify Kriya. That way, you will never make a mistake like Aham Pathati or Aham Pathasi. You won't make mistakes like that. When you say Aham, you know that the Kriya Padam will be in Pathami, Kadami, Likhami, etc. So write it down first. Write down the Karta, write down the Kriya, and then add the rest of the stuff. That way, you will avoid a lot of mistakes. Uttamam.
So, Mahodaya, so what, how, okay, if I remember right, she's, Sundari Mahodaya said, Khaditavati?
No, Khaditum. He said Khaditum.
So you said, she said, Aham Khaditum.
Aham Bhojanam Khaditum Kena Balakena Saha Gatavan.
Kena Balakena. How is that, Mahodaya?
Kena Ekena Balakena. That is there, no? That word. Okay. What is the samshaya here? What is the doubt?
Kena bala.
Not Kena. Tena.
Oh, Tena. Oh, Tena. Okay. Okay, Mahoday.
Harsha Mahoday.
I gave a book to that one boy. Aham gave means dadami.
Gave Bhutakala.
Right. Bhutakala aham dattavati. Aham dattavati a book pustakam. Aham balakaya. So ekasmai balakaya. Tasmai ekasmai balakaya. Aham tasmai ekasmai balakaya pustakam dattavati.
Uttamam. Aham tasmai ekasmai balakaya pustakam dattavati. Uttamam.
Or it can be Dattavan also.
Of course, Mahodaya.
Okay.
Viraj Mahodaya.
I got 50 rupees. Then aham panchadashaka rupyakaihi praptavan from that. So from is there. So it will be Panchami 1 by Balakat ek for the book. Uh, 50 rupees from that one boy for the book.
Yes. Let us take out for the book for a second because we can add it back later without changing the meaning. I got 50 rupees from one boy.
Aham pancha dashakaihi rupyakaihi
Rupyakaihi, what vibhakti is that?
That is 2, 3, I thought. So
he is not saying I bought the book with 50 rupees. He says he got 50 rupees. I obtained 50 rupees from the boy. Rupyakaihi will be Trutiya Vibhakti, Bahuvachan. Rupyakani.
Okay.
Ditiya Vibhakti, right?
Yeah. Aham pancha dashakan rupyakan praptavan.
Rupyakani. Napumsakalingam, not Rupyakan, Rupyakani, Napumsakalingam.
Okay, the first sentence is aham pancha dashakani rupyakani.
Uttamam. Now add from boy.
That will be Balakat is the right word. And
Balakat, from one boy.
Tasmat.
From one boy.
Ekasmat, Tasmat, Balakat.
Now add for the book. Okay, anyway, the for the book is not adding any meaning to the sentence. It is not necessary for the practice. Let us keep it till from that one boy. What is the Sampurnam Vakyam?
Aham Panchadashakani Rupakani Tasmat Ekasmat Balakat Prapnuvan.
Aham Panchadashaka Rupyakani Tasmat Ekasmat Balakat Praptavan. Pustakaya, for the book.
Mohdaya Panchashat.
Panchashat Rupyakani. Okay, Dhanyavadah. Panchashat. Clear?
Astu.
Kalpana Mahodaya.
That one boy's name was Krishna. Saha eka balakastah tasya ekasya balakasya namaha Krishnaha asit.
Uttamam. Namaha na nama.
Nama.
So let us look at why it is nama. The pratipadikam for nama is naman. Naman asti. So naman, the rupa of we will study this. This is a nakaranta shabda, napumsakalinga shabda. Nama, namani, namani. So it is nama, not namaha. That is why we say mama nama bhanuhu, mama nama kalpana. So whether it is we don't say mama namaha bhanuhu or mama namaha kalpana. We say mama nama so and so. Right? Gayatri Mahoday.
I saw intelligence in that one boy. Aham tasmin balake tasmin ekasmin balake for intelligence
buddhihi or prajna.
Okay. Buddhihi apashyam.
Buddhim. It will be Buddhim.
Buddhim apashyam. Aham tasmin ekasmin balake buddhim apashyam.
Or you can say prajna also. Akaranta strilinga. Prajna. So prajnam apashyam.
Prajna apashyam.
Not prajna. Dvitiya vibhakti. Prajnam. Just like
Prajnam. Prajnam.
Astu. Dhanyavadah.
Mahoday, you are giving it will be in the class notes, right? The correct translation?
It will be there. No, we just done this. What is what do you mean by correct translation?
Okay. Will the Samskrita translation of these English questions, will it be in the class notes?
Not particularly. We are doing it. I hope you are taking down notes.
I am, but I'm not 100% clear.
So you can watch the video and get it from there.
Okay.
Just okay. Before we proceed to any questions about what we have done so far?
Yeah, it went over my head, Mahoday.
It went over everybody's head. No, if it is confusing or if it's too high level, tell me so that we can tone it down.
It's okay. You explain.
I think we need more practice, Banu Mohoday.
Just right. We need the practice.
Astu. Kurma. Gruhakarya rupena kurma.
Yeah, but I think this is a good exercise. The way we are now learning to form sentences is one way we will learn better.
Astu. We will do more such things. So, like we said, ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, these are all dependent on linga. So, the number dvi is the pratipadikam for two. So, dvi has pumlinga, strilinga, and napunsakalinga forms, and they exist only in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Kshamyatam, Dvivachana. Just like the word eka existed only in ekavachana, dvi will exist, can exist only in dvivachana, because we are talking about two. We cannot have one of two or three of two. Two. So in Pumlinga, dvau, dvau. So the dvi shabda is extremely easy. Prathama and Dvitiya Vibhakti forms of Pumlinga are dvau and dvau. Trutiya, Chaturthi, Panchami is Dvabhyam across all three lingas, and Shashti and Saptami are also the same across all three lingas, and it is Dvayoho. So the only difference is in Prathama and Dvitiya, and that too for Pumlinga it is Dvau and Dvau, whereas for Strilinga it is Dve Dve. It's the same. So how many forms do we have to remember? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you remember the 4 forms, we are done with the Dvi table for all three lingas in Dvivachana. So Dvau, Dvau, Dvabhyam, 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 Dvayoho, Dvayoho, Pumlinge. Dve, Dve, Dvabhyam, 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 Dvayoho, Dvayoho, Strilinge. Dve, Dve, Dvabhyam, 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 Dvayoho, Dvayoho, Napumsakalinge. We will do a lot of abhyasa on this also so that we can remember them. And as usual, the same meanings for the different vibhaktis also apply. Dvau balakau, 2 boys. Aham dvau balakau pashyami, I am seeing 2 boys. Dvabhyam balakabhyam, saha aham griham gacchami, with 2 boys I am going home. Dvabhyam balakabhyam, aham sanganakam dadami, I am giving a computer to 2 boys. Dvabhyam balakabhyam aham dhanam prapnomi, from 2 boys I am getting money. Dvayoho balakayoho nama Krishnaha, so of the 2 boys the name is Krishna, so both the boys are called Krishna. Dvayoho balakayoho mama pritihi asti, in the 2 boys my affection is there, like that. So the meaning doesn't change across vibhakti. Atra prashnaः सन्ति वा? Same way, three, just like eka can exist only in ekavachana, dvi can exist only in dvivachana, three can exist only in bahuvachana. There are no ekavachana or dvivachana forms for three. By the way, the English word three is derived from the Samskrita dhatu three or pratipadikam three. So Pumlinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalinga forms of three in all 7 vibhakti. Pumlinga, Trayaha, Trin, Tribhihi, Tribhyaha, Tribhyaha, Trayanam, Trishu. Trayaha we have seen in Satyam. Trayaha balakaha santi. 3 boys are there. Trin is Dvitiya vibhakti. 2, 3 of whatever it is. Trin lokan, we say, right? That's in Vishnu Sahasranamam. Is that true? Trin lokan.
Trilokya.
Astu. There is a very popular shloka also that says Trin lokan. To those 3 worlds. To Dvitiya vibhakti. Tribhihi, by or with 3 Pumlinga entities. Tribhyaha, Tra, Chaturthi, Panchami, समानमस्ति त्रिभ्यः from and for or rather for and from trayanam of the three and trishu. We saw trishu many times before. Anybody remember where we saw?
Trishu lingeshu.
Trishu lingeshu.
Trishu lingeshu. So
Asma Shabdah. Asma Shabdah. Asmad Shabdah.
Okay, what about Asmat Shabda and Trishu?
Three linga.
Trishulingeshu asti. Trishulingeshu. So as we said, these numbers are Visheshana. So when we say Lingeshu means in Linga, and 3 is the Visheshana for that Linga. So we have to say Trishu Lingeshu. That is the reason. So Trishu Lingeshu means in all 3 Lingas. Actually, Trishu Lingeshu, it will be Napumsakalinga word, but Trishu is the same for Napumsakalinga and Pumlinga. But yeah, for when we say Lingeshu, it is Napumsakalinga word, so it is Trishu Lingeshu. Napumsakalinga will be the Visheshana. Napumsaka form will be the Visheshana, not Pumlinga form. So as before, Pumlinga and Napumsakalinga from Tritiya to Saptami, they are same. Tribihi, Tribihi, Tribhyaha, 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 Trayanam, Trayanam, Trishu, Trishu. Only the Pumling, Prathama and Ditya forms are different. And as always, the Prathama and Ditya forms are the same for Napumsakalinga. Trini, Trini. Aham Trini Phalani Khaditavan. I ate 3 fruits. Aham Trini Phalani Pashyami. I am seeing 3 fruits. And Strilinga Tisraha Tisraha. We saw Eka Prathama Vibhakti form Tisraha in Satyam class. Tisraha Balikaha Santi. There are 3 girls. Aham Tisraha Balikaha Pashyami. I am seeing 3 girls. Lakshmi Mahodaya.
Mahodaya, even in music, the tala which we put, the Tisra Jati, that's how we tell.
What does that mean?
Yeah, Tisra Jati Atatala. So the 3 Strilinge, that's how we tell. Tisra Jati Atatala, Tisra Jati Aditala.
3 beats.
3 beats.
3 beats. Atra Jati is beat, no, not type.
Not type, not type. Tisra Jati is 3 beats.
Dhanyavad. Tritiya Vibhaktau Tisrubhihi, just like Sita Bhihi, and Chaturthi and Panchami Tisrubhyaha Sitabhyaha. So same like Sita. Tisrubhyaha Tisrubhyaha. Shashti Vibhaktau Tisrunam. Saptami Vibhaktau Tisrushu. We will do lots of abhyasa with this so that all of these remain in our memory.
In Saundarya Lahari, lot of these things come. Tisrubhira vasaneshu ghatitaha, trayanam devanam. So many places it is coming. I mean, only now I'm able to recollect.
I'll show you one more thing where 3 is used many. This is in your Parichaya book also. Trini Lokaha Lokatrayam. So Swarga Matyaloka Patala Prasthanatrayam api asti. Upanishad Brahma Sutrani Bhagavad Gita Triveni Trivarga Purushartaha Doshatrayam Vataha Pittam Kaphaha. This is from Ayurveda. I think most of us would be familiar with these terms even if you don't know the meaning. So the three word comes in many places. Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, etc. So take a look at it when you go home. This is, I think this is in your Parichaya book also. It is good to know where the word three is used in different contexts.
Mahodaya, again you are making a reference to Parichaya. Where can we see it?
Mahodaya, I just gave a reference to it because when you have the Parichaya book, you can look in there. The same content has been typed up here because we know you don't have the book. So whatever is in the book in the context of Trini, it has been typed up here. So you're not missing anything. I'm only telling you it is from the Parichaya book so that when you have the Parichaya book, you can look at it. अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा? Same way, Chatur Shabda, 4. Again, this can only exist in Bahuvachana. And the Pratipadikam is Chatur. We saw in the Satyam class, Pumlinga Ekavachana form, Prathama Ekavachana Shamita. Pumlinga Prathama Vibhakti form is Chatvaraha, Bahuvachana. Chatvaraha, Chaturaha, Chaturbhihi, Chaturbhyaha, Chaturbhyaha, Chaturnam, Chaturshu. Atra typo asti. This should be Chaturbhihi, Kshamyatam. So in Napumsakalinga, Prathama and Dvitiya Vibhakti are again the same, Chatvari, Chatvari, and these are the only two forms that are different from Pumlinga. From Trutiya to Saptami, they are the same as Pumlinga. So Chaturbhihi, Chaturbhyaha, Chaturbhyaha, Chaturnam, Chaturshu. In Strilinga, we saw the Prathama Vibhakti form, Chatasraha, in the Satyam class. Luckily for us, the Prathama and Dvitiya Vibhakti forms are the same, Chatasraha. Trutiya Vibhakti form is Chatasrubhihi, Chaturthi, Chatasrubhyaha. Panchami is also same as Chaturthi, Chatasrubhyaha. Shashti, Chatasrunam, and Saptami, Chatasrushu. Ekam abhyasam kurmaha, it will become easy. Hemanti Mahodaya asti va? Astu. Nirmal Mahodaya?
अहं किञ्चित् कोलाहलस्थले अस्मि.
चिन्ता मास्तु, प्रयत्नं करोतु.
प्रयत्नं करोतु. ग्रामे एकस्मिन् ग्रामे चतस्रः युवकाः आसन्.
अत्र पश्यतु, पुंलिङ्गे चत्वारः.
चत्वारः, सारी चत्वारः, चतस्रः स्त्रीलिङ्गे. एकस्मिन् ग्रामे चत्वारः युवकाः आसन्.
चत्वारः युवकाः आसन्. If it was balikaha,
then chatasraha.
If it was balikaha, then it would have been chatasraha. And if it was pustakam,
then chatvari pustakam. Pustakani, chatvari pustakani.
Chatvari pustakani. Satya. Dhanyavadah. Ramu Mahodaya asti va? Kanchan Mahodaya.
Mahodaya.
Dvitiyam vakyam karo.
Mahodaya, I can't see the full sentence on the screen.
You can't see this second sentence. They.
Yeah, the words are getting cut off at the end. On the screen, your thing is.
Okay, I stopped the share. Let me share again. Maybe that will fix it.
You can hold Banu Mahodaya and move him on your screen. I did that.
Astu.
Can you see it now? But this may be too small for you.
No. I can see it.
1 second. Let's try this. Can you see it now? Or is it getting cut off?
No, it's getting cut off.
Okay.
You hold Banu Mahodaya and move him on your phone.
I'm on a laptop.
Laptop.
Okay.
Then you can't hear.
Now do the second sentence.
Okay. Te dash api vividh shastrani jananti sma. Te
What is this vakyam trying to say?
they know 4 different shastrani.
Vividha shastrani. Many shastrani.
They know 4. They also know 4 different shastrani.
No. The number 4 is not referring to Shastra. So you have to tie it with the first Vakyam. What is the first Vakyam saying? In one village, there are 4 Yuvakas. Now, what is the second sentence trying to say? Therefore,
okay.
no different Shastra.
Okay. Te chaturah api vividh shastrani jananti sma.
Atra pashyatu, Chaturaha is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Why is it Dvitiya Vibhakti? Why will it be Dvitiya Vibhakti?
Because...
Wait. Te is the Visheshanam.
Te is the Visheshanam. Okay.
Okay, forget Visheshanam. What is the sentence trying to say? Those 4, they know, therefore, they know the different Shastras. They know. So what Vibhakti will it be?
They know.
I know Sanskritam. What is the Vibhakti?
I is aham janami.
Aham janami. Aham ka Vibhakti?
Prathama vibhakti.
They know. I know, they know.
Okay. Chatvarah. Chatvarah.
Prathama Vibhakti. Chatvarah.
Te chatvarah api vividh shastrani jananti sma.
Uttamam. Astu, atra samayah abhavat. We'll pick it up in the next class. We will restart this abhyasa from scratch. We will do it in the next class. I didn't see the time. Kshamyata. Who did the prarthana shlokas in the beginning? I don't remember. Haraprasad Mahodaya. Mangala shlokam karoti. Purnamadah Purnamidam. Bhavan mute madhye asti.
Okay. Purnamad Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः महोदय.
Banu Mahodaya.
धन्यवादः महोदय.